Yeah, I mean, obviously we've been wrestling with cuts for a while, and we've been wrestling with financial challenges for over 9 years now, so we do recognise what all organisations are going to be going through, but I just don't think this is discrete to education. I mean, if you look at, I do a lot of work with the police, particularly Greater Manchester Police, you know, they've had to face significant cuts. How do you do that? The NHS facing huge cuts, and a lot of the private businesses that we're working with now, everybody's in a very similar situation. And even the world of elite sport, of which I'm fortunate and privileged enough to work within, you know, they're facing some real challenges in terms of expectations, meeting those expectations, and there is not, you know, this pot of money that kind of doesn't run dry. So everybody's experiencing a lot of similarity, and I think what we're not good at across the sectors is sharing the best ideas. And probably the biggest two things I've come across that really work for people is when you're having a bad day, when you're having those challenges, when you're having to reimagine how you run your business and do things significantly differently and sweat the assets and more for less and all the other terms that we're almost sick and tired of hearing that don't really mean much to us now. I think what we're having to do is remind people why people have come into that job. It links to the purpose work, but I think it's a bit more than that, because everybody has their own why. I'm a great believer that you do your job for 3 reasons. You either do it for the cash, you do it because it's the career that you want to be in and you want to move up within that career, or you do it for a calling. And I think that more and more people I come across, particularly in the public sector, are doing it because they feel a real calling to do their job. And as leaders, we've got to connect the dots with people to say, I know you're having a bad day, I know we're kind of overworked, we're underpaid, you could have a much easier life somewhere else. We've got to connect the dots for the people that we lead and say to them, look, let's not miss the point here, let's not forget what we're doing, let's not forget the impact we're having, let's not forget the influence we can have over somebody's life for the rest of their life. You know, we've got these interactions each day that can make or break somebody, and let's not forget the privilege that brings and the excitement that brings and the reason we all came into this job. So I do think it's about connecting to that why power, because as we know, willpower is finite, but why power is infinite.